Why is Undertale such a good game? If you have ever played Undertale, you'll be familiar with its unique encounter menu. Fight, act, item, spare. This is critical to understanding the fundamental success of the game. In the style of any RPG, you have the fight and item options, but in Undertale you are given the two other options, act and spare, giving the player a chance to pursue an alternative route to violence. Within the spare menu, there is also an option to flee the encounter, but it is not always available. The game also encourages the player, through tutorial, to use these more peaceful options, while simultaneously being vague enough to trick the player into committing some violence, only teaching you halfway through the ruins that you can spare a monster if its name is Yellow, for example. I suspect this is because of the emotional impact the player will experience when they realize toward the end of their game that, in their conversation with Sans, that EXP stood for execution points, and LOVE stood for level of violence. If you have never played this game before or read or heard any spoilers, this would come as a huge twist, as the EXP and LV system is an assumed default in any RPG. Undertale takes the subconscious meaning of this default, that violence in the game is what progresses the player, and turns it on its head. As the more violent you are, the more characters you kill, the faster the game will end for you. Less characters means less dialogue, it means less personality, it means less fun, and ultimately, less friends. Most first playthroughs of Undertale are characterized by new players trying out the acting and sparing features, but seeing that this provides no increase to EXP or LV, decide to kill some monsters as they believe they will need to in order to advance in the game. This playthrough is referred to as a neutral playthrough, and it is the most common playthrough of the game for new players. It also has multiple possible endings, depending on which characters you decided to kill or spare. If you decided to spare Flowey in the final fight of the game, after the phone call with Sans, and crew, depending, Flowey will ponder aloud to you if it is even necessary to kill at all. Then he will request that you play the entire game again from start to finish without killing a single thing. Only then will he give you your happy ending. But even if you do not spare Flowey, the way the neutral ending is written is designed to make you feel like something is missing, like something is incomplete. It is almost always a bittersweet ending. In most of the neutral endings, the main characters you spared along the way wish you well and hope you are happy wherever you have ended up, even though they are still stuck in the underground. This gives you a mixed feeling of happiness at the friends you made along the way, a sense of guilt for those you failed to spare or mistakenly thought you had to kill, and a sense of sadness that your friends are still trapped underground. It is designed to make you try again, to fill you with the determination to do it right this time, to give everyone, including yourself, a happy ending you all deserve. And after sparing every opponent, even when their name wasn't Yellow, even when mercy did not appear to be an option, you finally get it. Your happy ending. When we encounter Asgore again, things go a bit differently. He repeats the standard dialogue about how it was nice to meet us and saying goodbye, but this time as he gets ready to fight, he is thrown back by a fireball, and for the first time since the beginning of the game, we meet Toriel again. She tells us that she realized that the only way we could leave would be to take someone's life, and she realized that she could not allow that, as it was the very thing she had been trying to prevent the entire time. Then, one by one, our friends appear. Undyne, Alphys, Papyrus, Sans, and even a leg cameo from Mettaton. They all ran to save us from our fight of Asgore, but seeing that the fight has been stopped, and being surprised to see Toriel for the first time, everyone relaxes and introduces themselves to Toriel. Once that is out of the way, they all gather around us, our friends. My child, it seems you must stay here for a while, but looking at all the great friends you have made, I think you will be happy here. And seeing everyone together, everyone we spent time with getting to know and understand, everyone we got close to, everyone who cares about us, who came to save us. It is one of the most wholesome moments in the game. Maybe we have a home here. Or maybe not. Flowey shows up. He reveals that he has captured the human souls again, and this time he will capture the souls of all our friends. Flowey took advantage of our pacifism and the connections we made along the way to make this moment happen, to get the souls of all of our friends in one place so that he could achieve his real form. Then as he gets ready to kill us over and over, our friends save us. They all tell us how much they believe in us, as suddenly every single monster we have ever spared starts rushing into view, all of them telling us how much they believe in us, every one of them someone we spared, every one of them someone we could have ended, someone that very well might not have been there if we had acted differently. And it hits you just how different the scene is compared to your first playthrough, how wholesome and beautiful it is compared to the neutral playthrough. But then Flowey absorbs the souls, and taking all of the souls of our friends, achieves his real form.
Finally. I was so tired of being a flower. Howdy. Mac, are you there? It's me, your best friend. Azrael. Dreamer.
Azrael, Dreamer. In our fight of Azrael, there is nothing we can do except hope and dream. Azrael reveals his plan to make sure this game never ends, that it never stops repeating, because if he does not, who will he have to play with? In the second phase of the fight, all we can do is struggle. We struggle and we struggle until finally, we can save our friends. After we have saved them all, by reminding them of who we are, every memory we shared with them, whether it was Undyne's fierce cooking lesson, or encouraging Elfies to be true and honest to herself, our puzzles with Papyrus, sans puns, our hug with Toriel, or our mercy to Asgore despite his attempt to take our soul. After saving them all, it turns out that there is still one more person to save. But who? Suddenly you realize. You reach out and call their name. We then get shown what happened when the first human fell into the underground. It was Azrael that found them, who saved them. It was Azrael who was their best friend. And in one of the most emotional parts of the game, which almost brought me to tears, and many others to the point of crying, we save Azrael. And with that, we have saved everyone, and for the first time in a millennium, they see it. The surface and the setting sun. This is why Undertale is a brilliant game. It really gets across just how important empathy actually is, how important kindness is, how richer and how much more beautiful life can really be when we show mercy.